much for coming. It's almost the end of the day, and it's really nice that you took the time to come by. Can everyone hear? Most important, because if you're going to change your life and create your ideal life, I want you to be able to hear what I'm going to say. So we've just changed the slides so they look more like our logo. And I just want to tell you a little bit about Life Clubs. Get the sales stuff over and done with at the beginning before we start creating our ideal lives. We run 90-minute workshops around the country, and you can just come and think more clearly about yourself and your life. And you're going to have a go today. Basically, we're very creative, we're inspirational, we're interactive, and I think you'll have a lot of fun. I've got a sticker here saying play more. We've been giving out stickers to work with what we see on the flyers here. So there's laugh more, love more, earn more, and play more. And the two that have gone today the most were play more and laugh more. And I want to try and incorporate them into our workshop today, because that seems to be the message that's coming from you, that it would be great to play more and to laugh more. Maybe you're all too British to take the earn more, but that's irrelevant. I'm going to take you on face value. So we run the workshops. We work in pairs a lot, as you'll notice today. I've written the big book of me, which is available from our stand, T62. We work in corporates, we work for the NHS, we do a lot of charitable work, a lot of corporate work. And but for you and our local clubs, we're £15 a workshop, £10 membership, which we're giving away today if you come to our stand. And when I say scientifically proven to make you happier, we had the most wonderful research done on us by a positive psychologist who discovered that going to Life Clubs does make you happier, more hopeful and more confident. So all I can say is come along. You'll see for a bit now what we're about to do. Now, every workshop in Life Club starts with asking, what's the best thing that's happened to you today? Because if you're creating your ideal life and you have no idea what's good about the day, it's not going to work. We're so good at thinking of all the things that have gone wrong. You know, the fact that you had to wait for ages at the stand, the tube going wrong, everything. We're great at noticing the negatives. But unless you're thinking about the best thing that happened to you every day, you won't know what you want in your ideal life. So I'd like you now, just for 30 seconds, to turn to someone that preferably you don't know, that you've never met before, and just tell them what the best thing that happened to you today was. And they in turn can tell you. And I'd like the person with the longest hair to start, and I'm going to swap you after 30 seconds. So just find someone you've never met before and just let them know the best thing that happened to you today. And I'm going to give you 30 seconds. Lovely, thank you very much indeed. So I hope you're all feeling that actually there are some good things out there. So you just, what discovering your ideal life is a lot about is just noticing what's good that's happening as well as noticing what's bad. Because unless you're noticing, you're never going to know if you've got your ideal life or not. Now, one of the things that made me start thinking about it was just something very, very silly. I was sitting at my desk one day and I wanted to write a letter, and I'm sure this has happened to all of you. And I pulled out a pen to start writing, and the pen didn't work. A biro in the bin, and another, and none of my biros worked. And I thought, if I could have an ideal life, I would have a pen sitting there that worked for me when I wanted to use it. So that was how creating your ideal life started, with realising that never again did I want to have a desk with pens that didn't work. So I've got this wonderful bear here, and this is an obvious thing. Never again do you want to have your head in that bear's mouth. But on a small level, it's never again do I want to have pens that don't work. Because often it's good or easier to think of a problem upside down or back to front, to think, well, what don't I want in my life? And start eliminating that, because it can seem very daunting to think about what you want for your ideal life, because it's such a big subject. I don't know if you are the kind of person who sort of says, I'm going to put off thinking about my ideal life until I retire. or until I'm 30, or until I get married, or until I have children. We're often putting our ideal life off. And what I'd really like today is I'd love you to leave this auditorium thinking, yeah, actually I can start it now. So one of the first places to start is with never again. So we got a lot of fun slides today because, as I said, we're going to play more and we're going to laugh more. And this, I just want to dive into this slide. When I was sitting at home, sort of looking through slides, I just went, that reminds me of beautiful summer holidays. It reminds me of lying in the beach doing nothing. It reminds me of just sort of melting into water. And there are lots of activities that we all have in our lives that are great fun. So, for example, swimming in pools, as you've heard, is one of mine. I love, in autumn, catching falling leaves. I like gardening, sort of planting crocuses. I love skipping. There are lots of things that I really enjoy doing. I love dancing. So activities like that. Now, I just want you to think